Hi everyone, this is xiaojunbe on Instagram and welcome back to another video. How has everyone's holiday season been so far? I hope all is well and you get the time to rest and relax. I personally don't really celebrate the year-end holidays, but I appreciate how relaxed everyone is since we're all in the holiday mood. It is hard to wrap my head around the fact that 2026 is in just a few days though. Since the year of 2025 is coming to an end, I thought I would do a year-end binder flip through while storing my cards from the last few months, hence the delay between videos. I got busy and ended up being like, well, I guess I could just combine them into one video at the end of the year. Especially because from like November onwards, the community slows down trading and selling anyway due to the risk of lost mail over the holiday season. I swear I've had a bunch of lost mail in the last few months too. Like I have been waiting on things for ages and they just never showed up, even though I arranged the trades way before the holidays started. For this video, I accumulated 97 photo cards, and a good chunk of them, 73 in fact, are made up of twice. I have freaking 63 nayeon photo cards to put away. I've been away from collecting the past few months, but while filming this video, I felt motivated to get back into it again once the holidays are over. Nayeon's cards are just so pretty and I want to get more of it. I have literally so many extra cards to put up, and I am thinking of dropping some collections again. While flipping through my 80s binder, I had the thought of dropping my Wooyoung collection flash through my head, so I have been thinking about that recently, and I'm not sure if I'll follow through with it. In January, I'll probably go through my collection again and check what I don't mind dropping, so I guess my Instagram will likely be more active then. If there's things from my boy group collection you're interested in purchasing or trading for my wishlist, which I think is mostly updated, feel free to drop me a text on my Instagram. I have been in my girl group era for a few years now, so I think I am more inclined to dropping some of my boy group cards for sure. Other than photo cards, I'll be storing some stuff in my miscellaneous binder at the end of the video too. Also, I'm realizing that I wanted to show my postcards and art prints binder as well as my sticker book, but I forgot about it while filming because there was already so much to cover and it took hours to film. I got tired of it and it slipped my mind. But the miscellaneous binder has cute Sanrio freebies that I like, various cards from my blind box pulls, and some anime trading card merch. This year, I really enjoyed watching the Apothecary Diaries, and so I went to a themed cafe and got some merch. They had other series at the shop as well, and that was around the time I watched the entire Demon Slayer series in a week so that I could go to the new movie or caught up with the story. So I got some merch for that as well. Speaking of anime, I have been enjoying the latest season of Spy X Family lately. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in a previous video, but I am all caught up with this series now. I'm not used to watching something as it releases, and it has been kind of painful waiting for a new episode each week. I also finished Secrets of the Silent Witch. All the magic stuff was really pretty. Finished 7 Time Loop as well, such a trashy watch, which I loved. And I started Why Raeliana Ended Up at the Duke's Mansion, but I think I only watched like 2 or 3 episodes before I no longer got the vibe to watch it further and my attention turned to books instead. Drama-wise, for some reason, I decided to rewatch Eternal Love, 三生三世十里桃花. It's just such a good classic for real. I also did finish a new drama in the last few months, A Dream Within a Dream, 书卷一梦. This drama was honestly so refreshing and hilarious, I enjoyed it so much. I did finish Legend of the Female General, 锦月如歌. I don't remember much of it right now, only that I hated the last 2 episodes apparently. Who knows what past me was thinking, but I'm sure I'm right about that. Then I started The Prisoner of Beauty, 折腰, I think. can't remember. But I think I also paused it after 2 or 3 episodes. Oops. Let's talk about some 2025 statistics now. I did my Apple Music replay at the start of December, and my statistics are kinda hilarious. I pretty much only listen to music when I'm commuting, and even then I tend to watch videos or read books, so I don't have music playing all the time either. I have a listening time of 11,108 minutes, 1,028 songs, 354 artists total, of which I listened to Hwasa for 773 minutes. And I think all 773 minutes of that was Good Goodbye with 210 plays. I was absolutely obsessed with this song when it first came out, and I also fell asleep to it for a few nights. And it did release right before I went on a trip and had limited internet access. So I guess all those factors added up to this. My second artist of the year was Taeyeon with 699 minutes, followed by Rosé with 646 minutes, Glenn the Seraphim with 533 minutes, and i-dle with 415 minutes. My top album of the year was Rosé's Rosie at 554 minutes. I definitely had a sad phase where I was going through it and listening to that album on repeat, especially Stay a Little Longer. I also have Sabrina Carpenter in my top 10 artists at 396 minutes. I feel like this is something new for me compared to last year, as I listened to her music a lot more in the recent months. Meanwhile, Olivia Rodrigo dropped to my 10th artist of the year at 281 minutes. Maybe it's because I listened to her so much last year and I'm just like kinda bored. Like, her music is so good, but I desperately want to listen to new music from her. I listened to Halsey for 302 minutes too. All that is likely fueled by nostalgia, since it was the 10th year anniversary of her Badlands album, which I was obsessed with back in the day. Speaking of music, recently I went to 2 concerts that are completely out of my usual music taste, but I went for the company anyway. Like, you will not believe the words I am saying right now, but I went to the Hatsune Miku concert and the concert for The Cab. I was actually very moved by the crazy fan culture and how enthusiastic everyone was at the Miku concert. I feel like I don't see that in most concerts nowadays. I had only heard of a few songs before going, so I felt like a big fan, but I was still trying my best to fit in with the crowd for real. As for The Cab, I knew a few songs as well, but they didn't play my favorite song, so that was kinda sad. But I really enjoyed seeing them live, and I've been listening to their music in the weeks after the concert as well. My biggest concert regret this year is not going for Le Sserafim's concert. I was available to go, but the tickets were a little expensive. I honestly should have just gone, since they were promoting the Hot album for this concert, and I absolutely love that album. So there's no guarantee that they'll perform the songs from this album in their future concerts. But what's done, I guess. Also, another life update is that I went on a kinda short last minute trip to Taiwan back in October. I absolutely love being in Taiwan. I just love so much of the food there, and everything is so much cheaper compared to Singapore. And the weather is so much cooler than in Singapore, which was so enjoyable. And it's always a good time being on a trip with friends. In my local tourist era, I did also visit Jewel at Changi and also went to the Pokemon Center and bought some plushies. Which reminds me, I also visited a Pokemon Center in Taipei to get plushies for people. I don't even follow Pokemon, I just like collecting cute things. I also finally caved and got myself a cushion foundation. Y'all, my life has been changed. I was using liquid foundation the last few years, the same bottle too. I pretend expiry dates don't exist. But anyway, I went from only using a sponge to using a foundation brush, but I just found that like nothing really worked as well as I wanted it to. But then I finally decided to do some research about what cushion foundation and shade would suit me, and I got it. and I absolutely love it. Doing my base makeup is so much more convenient now. Not that I do it often anyway, probably only once per week on the weekends, but it has really made a difference for me, like I'm not even kidding. Next, my book habits this past year have been kinda up and down. I think I hit my initial goal of 25 books early on this year. Then I became ambitious and doubled it, but then I fell out of the habit for a few months. So now I'm at 45 out of 50. It's fine, I know in my heart that I did hit my goal and I just enjoy reading in general. So it's not a competition or about proving myself to anyone or myself. I'm not someone who reads and leaves lengthy and complex reviews. I'm just like, yeah, I vibe with this and I didn't vibe with that. I kind of live life no thoughts head empty if you can't tell. But 45 books means 16,174 pages read, with an average book length of 359 pages. My shortest book was Bridge of Snow by Marie Rudkowski. Oh my god, I'm butchering this. With 64 pages. I think it was kind of a prequel or short story for the Winner's trilogy. My longest book was Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros with 640 pages. This freaking Fourth Wing series, I swear, has turned into just a money milking scheme because the first book was so captivating. The second book, not as much, but still pretty good. But the third book was literally a whole lot of nothing for real. Looking back at the list of books I read this year, I really enjoyed Spin the Dawn, Unravel the Dusk, and A Forgery of Fate, which is part of the Six Crimson Cranes universe by Elizabeth Lim. I also really like Immortal by Su Lin Tan, and I have Never Ever After on my to be read list as well. They are definitely some of my favorite authors. I love pretty much all of their books and I'm always instantly adding whatever they have to my list. The Kamogawa Food Detectives series is also amazing and the third book in the series is next on my reading list. For some of my more recent reads, I enjoyed The Phoenix Pencil Company by Alison King and Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. If You Could See the Sun by Anne Liang was also pretty nice. I wasn't really expecting to like it since it seemed quite different from my usual reads. I don't usually enjoy school settings, but it was pretty interesting. I got hooked in the second half for sure. Most of my recent reads have been through an audiobook so that I can listen to it while commuting and walking and I can just rest my eyes or pay attention to where I'm going instead of constantly staring at my phone screen. The thing about audiobooks is that it takes me longer to process the words, so I can't listen to it on a higher speed and sometimes I even have to slow it down instead. So I feel like it takes me ages to get through an audiobook and I also have to actually pay attention while listening to it. Sometimes I get distracted and my mind wanders while listening. Then when I zoom back in, I realize I have no idea what happened in the last few minutes, so I have to keep rewinding. I still love physical books the most for sure, but it's not a very viable option for me as I feel like it really irritates my skin due to all the dust and dirt. Maybe it's been a combination of that and a bunch of other factors, but my skin has improved tremendously over the last few months after I stopped borrowing physical books. As for ebooks, I feel like reading them on my phone still kind of feels like I'm doom scrolling, so I don't really process or retain the words I'm seeing as well. It's harder for me to understand the lore and world building when I'm reading longer fantasy books on my phone. Maybe one day when I can afford it, I'll get an e-reader like a Kobo so I can read ebooks away from my phone and it'll feel a little more like a physical book. Since I cannot be affording to buy every physical book I want to read unfortunately, and library books just do not agree with my skin. I'm gonna stop yapping for now and we shall see where life takes us in the next update. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. So that's it for this photocard storing and binder flip through. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Happy holidays to everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!